Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 6 Test 1 Passage 1 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz va bu qismni o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, bu qismda Test 1 va Passage 1. Birinchi navbatda biz tahlilga qarab olgan holda nima bizdan kutilayotganligini tushunishimiz kerak. Australia's sporting success, nimaga Avstraliyadagi sport successi o'sha sabablari bo'lishi mumkin. Savol turlari: which paragraph contains the following information? Qaysi paragraf berilgan ma'lumot, quyidagi ma'lumotlarni bergan? Tushunarli. Nota bene, you may use and learn more than once. Demak, bu qismda matching information 7 ta savolimiz bor. Kamida bittasini 2 marta ishlatishimiz kerak. A, B, C, D, E, F. Demak, akras 6 ta variant, 6 ta paragrafimiz bor, 7 ta savolimiz bor, bittasini 2 marta ishlatamiz, bu oldi shu bilan. Classify the following techniques. Currently exclusively used, future by American, Australians, exclusive use by Australians, future Australians, currently used Australians and their rivals. Keyword topamiz, camera, sensor, protein test, altitude test topamiz, javobdan topishga harakat qilamiz. No more than 3 words or any number, short answers bo'ladi. What is produced by to help an athlete plan their performance event? By how much did some cyclists' performance improve at 1996 Olympic Games? Bilan topishga harakat qilamiz, lekin o'zingiz bilganingizdek matching informationda bu bizga ozroq qiyinroq. Shuning uchun ham iloji boricha paragraflarni yarmini o'qishga, undan keyin savollarga javob topishga harakat qilamiz. Buning uchun esa biz ABC ni o'qib olamiz, javoblarni topib chiqamiz, DEF o'qiymiz, javoblarni topib chiqamiz. Shunaqa qilsak o'zimizga yaxshiroq bo'ladi. Keling, endi shu ishni birgalikda bajarishdan boshlaymiz. Good. They play hard, they play often, and they play to win. Australia's sports team win more than fair share of titles, demolishing rivals with seeming ease. How do they do it? A big part of secret is an extensive and expensive network of sporting academies underpinned by science and medicine. Australian institutes, hundreds of youngsters and pros live in and train under the eyes of coaches. Another body this finances programs of excellence in total of 96 sports for thousands of sportsmen and women. Both provide intensive coaching, training facilities, and nutritional advice. Inside the academy, science takes central stage. That employs more than 100 sports scientists and doctors, collaborates with a score of other university and research centers. Scientists work across a number of sports, applying skills learned in one, such as building muscle strength in golfers, to others such as swimming and squash. They are backed by technicians who design instruments to collect data from athletes. They also focus on the one aim: winning. One aim. We can't waste our time looking at serial scientific questions that don't help the coach work with an athlete improve performance. Chief of Scientists. A lot of their work comes down to measurement. Everything from exact angle of a swimmer's dive to the second-by-second power output of a cyclist. This data used to wring improvements out of athletes. This focuses on individuals, tweaking performance to squeeze an extra hundredth of a second here, extra millimeter here. No gain is too slight to bother with. It's the tiny gradual improvements that add up to world-beating results. To demonstrate how system works, shows of the prototype of a 3D analysis tool for studying swimmers. A wireframe model of a champion swimmer slides through the water, her arms moving in slow motion. Looking side on, measures the distance between strokes. From above, he analyzes how her spine swivels. When fully developed, the system will enable him to build a biomechanical profile for coaches to use help budding swimmers. Contribution to sports also includes the development of SWAN, system now used in Australian national competitions. It collects images from digital cameras running at 50 frames a second, breaks down each part of swimmer's performance into factors that can be analyzed individually: stroke length, stroke frequency, average duration of each stroke, velocity, start, lap, finish time. At the end of each race, SWAN spits out data on each swimmer. Tushunarli. ABC'ni o'qidik, tushundik, endi savollarga javoblarni topish kerak. You crip, prick, something. A reference to the exchange of expertise between different sports. Bu haqida ma'lumotni bida ko'rdik mana. Work across bo'ylab number of sports mana. Work across number of sports, applying skills to learn in one to another, such as building muscle strength in golfers, to others swim and squash. Mana shu javob bo'lgani uchun bir B bo'ladi. Katta B bo'ladi. Explanation of how visual imaging is employed in investigation. Bor visual imaging investigation bor mana. Well, Swan collects images from digital cameras running at 50 investigation. Mana can be analyzed individually. Mana analiz qilar ekan qisqasi. Mana stroke length bla 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 ana analiz bo'ladi. Investigation bo'lgani uchun ham menimcha shu C bo'ladi. Menimcha I'm not sure about it guys. O'qidim, javoblarni topishga harakat qildim. Reason for narrowing the scope of research activity. Narrowing haqida ma'lumot ko'rmadik. How some IIS ideas have been reproduced ko'rmadim. How obstacle to optimum achievement can be investigated ko'rmadim hozircha. Ko'rdim obstacle to optimum achievement. Nope. Overview of a fund support of athletes. Overview of the fund support mana total line 6, sport bu ISA blah blah blah. And extensive A bo'ladi bu javob. Keyingiga o'tamiz. How performance requirements are calculated before an event. Eventdan oldin performance requirementlar calculate qilinadi. No, I don't think so. Ko'rganim yo'q menimcha. Topamiz agar ko'rgan bo'lsa topamiz. Muammo emas, topish. Muammo emas, topamiz. Men bilan hali kamerani ko'rdik o'zi. Kamera menimcha currently exclusive to use by Australians mana Swan bu kamera edi. Qisqasi. Menimcha shu A'ni olamiz bunday qismda. Bilmayman javoblar boshqacha bo'lishi ham mumkin. DF o'qiymiz, javoblarni topamiz. Take a look, says Mason, pulling out a sheet of data. He points out the data on swimmers in second and third place, which shows that the one who finished third actually swam faster. So why did he finish 35 hundredths of a second down? His turn times were 400. If he can improve on his turns, he can do much better. Surely, this kind of accuracy researchers bring to range of sports. They are developing unobtrusive sensors which will embed on an athlete clothes, running shoes, to monitor heart rate, sweating, heat production, and other factors which have an impact on athlete's ability. There's more to it than simply measuring performance. Ficker gives an example of athletes who may be down with coughs and colds after years of experimentation. Developed a test that measures how much the immune system protein is present in alternative athlete saliva. Easy drop cells together. Again, the danger passes. Tests were introduced. Athletes in sports that have been remarkable at staying healthy. Interesting. Using data is complex business. Well before a champion in sports analysts and coaches start to prepare the athletes by developing competition model based on ones they expect will be the winning times. Dimensionally. Mana. How performance requirements are calculated before they win. Mana. Before a championship. Mana. Championship time all done. Championship bo'lishdan oldin, event bo'lishdan oldin sport scientistlar, coachlar prepare qilib boshlaydi competition modelga based on organization winning race. You design a model to make the time. A start of this much each free swimming period to be this fast with certain stroke positions, certain stroke lengths turns out this times. Qisqasi mana shuda iyi bo'larkan yetdi. Dinani e'tibor berib ko'rganim yo'q, topamiz dini ham. All the training is a great giver towards making the athlete hit those targets both overall and for each segment of the race. Techniques like this have transformed Israel into arguably the world's most successful sporting nation. Hop, sensorlarni aytib yozilganda, qisqasi, unobtrusive sensor bor. Sensorni topdim, lekin bu bilmayman, F10 bo'lishi mumkin. Of course, there is nothing to stop other countries copying. Many have tried. Some years ago, IS unveiled Holland line jacket to endurance athletes. Olympic Games sliced as much as 2% of cyclists through their times. Now everyone uses them. A jacket center bo'lsa kerak. Okay. Happened with altitude tent developed to replicate effective altitude training at sea level. Australia's success story is about more than easy copy technology fixes. Up to now, no nation has replicated a solid compassing system. O'z ko'rganingizda altitude tentlarni same has happened. Demak, copy qilishgan. Altitude tent demak copy bo'lgan. Shuning uchun ham C bo'ladi. Protein testni o'qidikmi? mana bu protein, mana protein mana bu. Present. After use experiment, develop it, test it, measures. Qisqasi introduce qilingan bu. Introduce qilib bo'lingan. Bu o'sha kasal odamlarga introduce qilib bo'lingan. Shuning uchun ham bu qisqasi tekstchisi bo'lsin shu. Qisqasi introduce qilingani uchun faqatgina Australian deb olamiz, prosta buni A yozamiz. Lekin B ham ishlatilishi kerak-da, sensor. They're developing bo'ladi, which will be invented bo'ladi. Demak bu will be used in the future. Как раз B ham ishlatiladi mana. Tushunarli degan umiddaman hamma narsani, belgilagan hamma narsani. Kamerani ko'rdik, mana bu kamera bor edi. Collect images digital camera bor edi. Mana bu developing will be used bo'lgani uchun future dedim. Protein altitude tent ham oldi. Bu C bo'ladi, bu protein test mana bitta bo'lganligi sababli buni уже Avstraliya tomonidan use qilinadi deb oldik. Xo'p, endi mana buni tushuna olish kerak. Reason for narrowing the scope of research activity. How obstacles to optimum achievement can be investigated. Xo'p, obstacles mana bu qisqasi. Obstacles D-da bor. Nimaga D deb so'rashingiz mumkin. Mana gives an example of who may be down with coughs. Qisqasi shu obstacle-da. Hatto histonni improve qiladigan bo'lsak, much better bo'ladi. Aytdik cough-ni kasalib qolishini oldini oladigan bo'lsak, yaxshiroq bo'ladi degan obstacle-lar bor. Shuning uchun ham buni D olamiz. Keyingiga o'tamiz. Damn it, don't touch this thing. Sal bu yoqqa qo'ydik. Xo'p. How some AIS ideas have been reproduced. AIS ideas have been reproduced mana bor. Qisqasi altitude testlarni olingan, bir narsalar qilib tashlanganda qisqasi mana endurance testlarni hammasini ko'chirgan F da bor. Keyingiga o'tamiz. Xo'p, nima qoldi o'zi? Narrowing the scope of research activity bor before event ko'rdik-ku. Nima berilmadik? Mana before an event. Mana I bo'ladi bu. Nimaga I bo'ldi? Qisqasi aytib bor. Competition model qilamiz dedi. What they expect winning time deydi. Design time. Mana bu har bittasi gap o'sha winning modelni replicate qilish uchun yoki qisqasi prosta performance review ni calculate qilish uchun eventdan oldin. Xo'p. Narrowing scope of research activity. Narrowing scope of research activity. Narrowing scope of research o'qimadim yoki e'tibor bermay ketdim. Video yo'q. Mana qisqasi menimcha shu. Focus is on individuals tweaking performance to squeeze extra 100%. This is this. Menimcha shu o'zi kerak narrowing scope. Bilmadim, yana bilmadim. Qisqasi C deb belgilayman. Xato bo'lsa bir tekshirib, xato qilsan deb dakki berib qo'yarsalar, bolalar. Shu. Mana shunaqa gap hozir. Qisqasi shu bo'ldi. Keyingi qism what is produced to help athletes plan their performance in an event? Competition model. Mana competition model. Competition model bo'ladi. Qisqasi menimcha. Keyingisi how much did some cycles performance improve at 1666 Olympic Games? 2%. 2% bo'ladi. Per bo'ladi bu. Xo'p, qayerdan bildik 2% ga? Mana qismda slice it as much as 2% off. Human competition model bor. O'qib olinglar shu gaplarni, agar tushunmoqchi bo'lsangiz, yaxshiroq 12-13 savolga javoblarni. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetadi. Muammolar bo'lsa kommentlarda qoldiringlar. Sizlarga keyingi darsda ko'rishguncha xayr, bye bye.